AT&T has revamped its lineup of not only its consumer postpaid smartphone plans, but also its business plan lineup. Are these new iterations any good, and how do they compare with T-Mobile and Verizon? Details after the break. Hi, I'm Eddie with the Mobile Internet Resource Center. Today we've got an update for you from AT&T, and specifically that they have quietly updated their postpaid consumer and business smartphone plans. Now, these plans haven't changed a lot in recent years, especially on the consumer side. So it's nice to see some updates there because the AT&T plan options sort of fallen behind what the competition over at T-Mobile and Verizon have done. So first part of this new plan update is that the names have changed for the consumer postpaid plans. So the old names are gone. The new names are now called 2.0 plans. So it's Value 2.0, Extra 2.0, and Premium 2.0. Now over on the business side, the plan names have stayed the same, but the version numbers have gone up. So instead of Standard, 2.0, Advanced, and Premium, they're now at the 3.0. So it's Standard 3.0 is the lower tier plan, then Advanced 3.0 is the mid-tier plan on business, and finally Premium 3.0 is the premium plan on the business side. So now as far as what has changed with these new plan lineups, the most relevant changes are changes to the amount of premium data, which is the amount of data you get before your data is deprioritized, and also the amount of mobile hotspot and tethering data. So starting on the consumer side with the Value 2.0 plan, it used to not have any premium data at all. Now it has 5 gigabytes of premium data. However, the mobile hotspot data has been reduced from 5 gigabytes down to 3 gigabytes. On the Extra 2.0 plan, the amount of premium data has gone up from 75 gigabytes to 100 gigabytes of data. So that's a hefty increase. And the mobile hotspot amount has gone from 30 to 50 gigabytes of data. And finally, on the Premium 2.0 plan, this is the top tier plan on the consumer side. It previously had no deprioritization at all, and that continues to be the case. And now the mobile hotspot data has increased from 60 gigabytes up to 100 gigabytes. So that is a significant increase. Now, over on the business side, the standard plan has remained largely the same at 5 gigabytes of premium data and 5 gigabytes of mobile hotspot data. For the advanced plan, that has gone from having only 50 gigabytes of premium data to now having unlimited premium data, so no deprioritization on that plan. It does, however, remain at the 100 gigabyte point for mobile hotspot. And finally, the Premium 3.0 plan, it has gone from 200 gigabytes of mobile hotspot data up to 300 gigabytes of mobile hotspot data. So a significant increase there. And finally, there is another plan that has held over from before, which is the Premium 2.0 plan with Turbo. And this plan has increased in price, but has basically the same terms. It does come with 200 gigabytes of mobile hotspot data. The selling point of this plan is that it has higher priority data. It has basically AT&T's Turbo high priority feature built into it so that all your data operates at a higher priority level than the standard priority that most other plans have. There are lots of variations, and these plans can be mix and match, so you can combine different tiers and different combinations to make a multi-line plan and get those multi-line discounts. So the cost comparison is really going to depend on your particular situation and what lines you have and what features you have, and additionally if you have any signature or affiliate or other discounts that you get with these. Additionally, AT&T also is running promotions that if you open new lines of service or switch over to AT&T, that you'll get a cheaper per price line for a period of time for switchers. So you'll need to consider all these factors to determine the total cost and if that is going to be valuable for you. So beyond the pricing, the mobile hotspot, and the premium data amounts, most of the other features of these plans remain very similar to their previous counterparts. And they do make them more competitive, however, to the competition at T-Mobile and Verizon, especially with the mobile hotspot amounts. Now, even though on the consumer side, the Premium 2.0 plan now has 100 gigabytes of mobile hotspot data, that is still well below the premium plan offerings from T-Mobile and Verizon. On T-Mobile, their premium smartphone plan, you get 250 gigabytes of mobile hotspot use. And then on Verizon, you can get 200 gigabytes as the base plan, and then for another $10 a month, you can add additional 100 gigabytes for a total of 300 gigabytes on the consumer side. So those are a significant difference. Another big difference as far as mobile hotspot goes is what happens after you use all of your mobile hotspot data. Now on AT&T, they still throttle you to a very slow 128 kilobits per second. That is much slower compared to the throttle you get on Verizon and T-Mobile, which is generally 600 kilobits per second for T-Mobile. And then on Verizon, it can vary depending on your plan and what network you're on, between 600 kilobits per second up to 6 megabits per second. So for example, Verizon's Unlimited Ultimate plan, if you use all of that big bucket of mobile hotspot data, you still get unlimited mobile hotspot at 6 megabits per second, which is a very usable speed. So that is something to consider in addition to the buckets, is what the throttle is after the bucket gets used up. Now you'll also want to consider the terms of service regarding mobile hotspot use, especially Verizon and T-Mobile. They both have language in their terms of service that restrict the amount of mobile hotspot that they want you to use compared to the amount of data you use considered on-device data on the smartphone itself. So they really want to disincentivize you from using your smartphone as a mobile home internet replacement where you're only using it for mobile hotspot data and not on-device data. So we do have the details on all those terms of service in our Gear Center for each of these carriers. So if you want to get down into that nitty-gritty, I encourage you to click over to our article, which has links to all that information therein so that you can learn all about that. Now, one area where AT&T does have a competitive advantage with its smartphone plans is for international travel, North America and Latin America specifically. AT&T has this program called Roam North America, where most unlimited smartphone plans get access to this feature, and it basically allows you to use your full plan terms in Canada and Mexico as if you were in the US. So for example, if you have that Premium 2.0 plan with the 100 gigabytes of mobile hotspot data and you go to Canada or Mexico, you have access to that same bucket of 100 gigabyte of mobile hotspot data. So that's a really nice feature to have. And additionally, on the Premium 2.0 plan, they do have an extension of that, which extends the same benefit to many other Latin American countries. So if you travel a lot in Latin America, not just Mexico, then you have the option to get that benefit there as well. So that's a big advantage for travelers who are in this region as well as Latin America. Now, as far as the other international options, for example, if you're traveling outside of that region over to Europe or other places, it's really going to depend on the plan and where you're going as to what the best option is going to be between AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Again, we do have all that information and more analysis in the article that goes along with this video. So if you want to click over to that in the description and check that out, feel free to do that. But for now, that really does it for AT&T's plan updates. We were also hoping that AT&T would update some of its data plans. For example, its data plans for mobile hotspots and routers are still sitting at a 50 gigabytes and 100 gigabyte tiered data plans. And they've had those levels for many years now. And those are very small considering how 5G and data use has expanded, and especially considering how AT&T's mobile hotspot amounts have expanded. So we were hoping to see some changes in AT&T's data plans. Unfortunately, they have not done that yet. Maybe soon. But for now, that is our update from AT&T. We appreciate you watching. We hope you stay connected, and we'll see you next time.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.